Hey there, and welcome to a special Linkin Park episode of 5-Note Songs. They write incredible melodies, but yet they're very simple at the same time. So 5 notes oftentimes is all that we need to play these songs. Let's do crawling. So what we do is we're going to start with our third finger, our middle finger, on G sharp. And that's right here in the middle of the 3 black key group. Then what we do is G sharp, A, G sharp, A, G sharp. And that's crawling in my skin. Then A, G sharp, A, G sharp, A, G sharp, F sharp. These wounds they will not heal. Then same thing for the third phrase. Fear is how I fall. It's just going back and forth between G sharp, A, G sharp, A, G sharp. Then the last one is A, G sharp, A, G sharp, A, G sharp, F sharp. And that's confusing what is real. And then there's the last 2 notes here, which are A and G sharp. Chester sort of slides back up, right? What is real? So right there at the end, we hit that last A, G sharp. Now check it out all together and it's going to make a lot more sense. Then, these wounds, fear is how I fall, confusing what is real. Now let's go to the left hand. What we do here is a C sharp minor. Alright, so what that is C sharp with our pinky, right there, E, and G sharp. Okay, so make sure you get all 3 of those notes, and that's our C sharp minor. Then we're going to go down to A, which is A, C sharp, and E. Next up we have an E chord, which is E, G sharp, and B. And it's very similar to the A chord, right? It's 2 white keys with a black key in the middle. Then the last chord is a B chord, which is B, D sharp, and F sharp. Now, if we go through all 4 of them, it sounds like this. C sharp minor, A, E, B. Take your time, pause the video, and make sure you can get those exact 4 chords. And the way we put this all together is we start with our hands at the exact same time. I love it. Check this out. And we also end at the same time, so it's crawling in my skin is where we switch to that A chord. So we're lucky, a lot of songs don't match up, but this one totally matches up at every beat there. Then, these wounds, we're going to wait for that G sharp to bring the E chord in. These wounds, they will not heal. And right there was the G sharp again that we brought the B chord in during, the word heal. Heal. Now watch that entire first part. Here it is. Crawling in my skin. There's that A chord. These wounds. There's E. Not heal. There's the B chord. Same thing for the second half. Fear is how I fall. Confusing what is real. And then for that last part, the A, G sharp, I brought the C sharp chord back in to end it. Once you practice it, it should sound like this. Check it out. Next up is Pushing Me Away. Now what we do for this one is we take our pointer finger and we're going to go to the note D flat. Okay? Then what we're going to do is we're going to go D flat, E flat, E flat, D flat, D flat, E flat, E flat. So I'm sort of just pivoting back and forth between those 2 notes, and the melody goes, why I never walked away. So in these cases where you have 1 or 2 notes just going back and forth, it really helps to think about the lyrics there. Then we do the exact same thing again. D flat, E flat, E flat, T flat, D flat, E flat, E flat. Why I played myself this way. It's the exact same thing twice in a row. Then the third time we go D flat, E flat, E flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, E flat. And that's going to be, now I see you're testing me. The last part, we go with our fourth finger up to F natural, F, 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 G flat, F. Again, think about the lyrics there. Pushes me away. There's that little pivot at the top. Way. Now let's go to the left hand. So the first left hand thing we're going to do is an E flat 5. So that's E flat with your pinky and B flat with your thumb, just like this. Okay, from that point we're going to go down to a B fifth, and that's going to be B and F sharp. Then we're going to go to a G flat fifth, which is G flat and D flat. And then the last one is a D flat fifth. D flat with our pinky and A flat with our thumb. So all together we get an E flat fifth, we get a B fifth, then we go to a G flat fifth, and last but not least we go to a D flat fifth. So we're going to get our E flat fifth ready, we're going to get our D flat ready on the right hand, and we're just going to start with that first line. Alright, it's that easy. Then, same thing but with our B fifth. Then, for the third line, we're going to go to the G flat. I love it, it's all matching up so far. Then at the end, we're going to go to our D flat fifth. Now, here it is all together. Check this out. And then from that point, you can just repeat again, because the song actually does it twice, right? We do it twice in a row for each chorus. Next up is Shadow of the Day, and what we do to play this is we start with our thumb on F sharp. We're going to hit that again, and then we're going to go up to C sharp, and then D sharp, and then C sharp, B, C sharp, C sharp, D sharp. Now, that's a little bit wordy, but let me show you what it sounds like. And the sun will set for you. And the second time is pretty much the exact same thing, but we add an E note to the end of that, because Chester sort of slides up one note. Check it out. And the sun will set for you. So right there at the end, I slid up to that E. Then, we reposition our thumb to B instead of the F sharp. Now we're on B. And we're going to do B, B, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, B, F sharp, F sharp, F sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B. So that's, and the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. Then, we go back down to the F sharp. F sharp, F sharp, C sharp, D sharp, C sharp, B, C sharp, C sharp, B. And you'll notice that was pretty much the same thing as the first melody, only instead of ending on D sharp, we ended on B. Check it out. And the sun will set for you. Now, the chord side of things is pretty simple. It's just 4 chords that we're going to repeat. And the first chord is going to be B. Okay, so you can do a B fifth if you want, which is B and F sharp. If you're more advanced, you can do a full B chord, which has D sharp as the middle note. Okay, but either way is fine. You can do 2 notes or you can do 3 notes. Then we're going to go to F sharp, which is going to be F sharp and C sharp. And if you want to do the full chord, A sharp is the middle note. Okay? Then G sharp and D sharp. And with an optional B in the middle, this is a G sharp minor. Lastly, E and B with an optional G sharp in the middle. And I know that's a lot to take in, so let me show you the 2-note version, and then I'll show you the 3-note version. Alright, so starting out on B, then F sharp, then G sharp, then E. Now here's the 3-note version. We're going to do B, then F sharp, G sharp minor, and last but not least is E. And the good news is it's just those same 4 chords over and over for all the melody that we just did. So let me show you what I mean. We're going to start with the right hand, and the left hand is going to come in on the D sharp. So he slides up that word, sun. Well, that was pitchy, but he slides up there, sun, and it's the second half of it where the left hand comes in, D sharp. And the sun, then F sharp will set for you. Right, so it's the second half of the word you, that D sharp again, you, E chord by itself. And the second time is pretty much the exact same thing. I'm going to match up right there on the D sharp in the melody. Then I'm going to go to F sharp by itself, that F sharp chord. I'm going to match up with the second half of that one on D sharp yet again. But then I go to E with the melody, and right after that, I hit an E chord on the left hand. So in other words, the left hand E comes in just after the right hand E. Watch it. Then the next part, we hit the first half of that word shadow, that F sharp, and the then chord sort of splits up that word. Doe of the day, another chord, that F sharp, will embrace, the left hand switches right after that F sharp, it's the same timing. The world in gray, and that finally matches up right there on B at the end. Both hands are going to hit there, the E chord with the B note. So here it is all together. And the shadow of the day will embrace the world in gray. Then, the last line again is a lot like the first. And what I did there was, as I hit that last U, I went to the G sharp chord. So that matched up right there, and then I hit E, which brings it home. Okay, so that last phrase. That's it. Now let me show you the entire chorus, beginning to end. Here's what it sounds like. Alright, that's it for me today. If you enjoyed this 5-song video, be sure to like it, drop a comment on it, and of course subscribe to the channel. Until next time, this is Corey Lennox. Piano on.